You don't want to miss the space and the finishes of this home that I'm going to show you today. Over 3,000 square feet, just a beauty, top builder around the area. Actually, one of my favorite builders around the entire area. And then of course, I'm going to show you that as well. But most important is the location. We are only 15 miles away from downtown Austin. Super easy access to Tesla, super easy access to the airport. And then the suburb itself is exploding with Home Depot, H-E-B finally coming to the area, Chick-fil-A, you name it, a brand new gym. It's just a matter of time before these prices continue to go up. But before I show you this beauty right here, or this one, I just found a brand new neighborhood in the suburb in an even better location with prices under $400,000. So that's where we're gonna go first, but stay tuned till the end for this beauty because you will not wanna miss it. Let's go. We are getting exclusive access to this community where I had to ask for them to open it, and you're getting a sneak peek to this brand new community. So let's go in and see it. That's right, guys. That is the type of exclusive access that you get with us. Again, this community hasn't even opened. Well, it is open for sale, but they're barely starting. Not a lot of people know about it, and I'm bringing it to you first. So we have kitchen, of course, as you can see. We have super open floor plan, right? With dining and living room here. Let me give you this view. 4 bedrooms, 2 full bath. Price under $400,000. Pretty nice, guys. And the location. Wait till I share the location with you guys. Let's go check out this master bedroom. Now, something to keep in mind on this master bedroom is that more than likely you'll have carpet here in this bedroom, okay? But really spacious. Yeah, it's huge. And then we have the master bath. No power yet. This is how new this is. Walk-in shower, linen closet over there, open linen closet. And then the first Wi-Fi test of the day. No power, but we can still see it. We make it through, we make it happen to bring you this exclusive new look community. And I would say this definitely passes the Wi-Fi test. And then you have your water room there. 4 bedrooms, 2 bath, over 1,600 square feet. Look at this, super open. You also have a covered patio. As you can see, look, they don't even have grass yet, that's coming. But yeah, that's how new it is. Let me show you the rest of the bedrooms. You have 2 bedrooms here with a closet. And then you have your laundry room here, right? And then that would be the garage. Now, I still show it to you, but it's their office because this is actually gonna be the model. So this is the sales office. So you can't really get a sense for the size of it, but that wall wouldn't be there. They would knock that down, knock all that out, and this would be a 2-car garage. So, okay, on to the 2 other bedrooms. We have first one here. Pretty nice space. Let's check out this closet. Okay, not bad, not bad. Again, 4 bedrooms, 2 bath, 15 miles from Austin, under $400,000. Secondary bathroom. Nice space, linens. And then here's the other bedroom, not bad. Let's check out the closet because I know that's important, but I think this is not a walk-in. Nope, not a walk-in. But it extends to that side and that side. Okay, and then I'm gonna show you the front bedroom, which could easily be used into a office. So let's check that out. Yeah, so front bedroom, Yeah, this could easily be an office. With a standard closet, I believe. Yeah. Oh no, this is a walk-in. Okay. We found our walk-in closet. All right. So let's talk about this. One thing you will notice, because of the price point, the finishes comparing this neighborhood to the other neighborhood that I'm gonna show you and the other builder, which is a top builder. So you have to stay tuned. Stay tuned for that second builder that I'm gonna show you. You will not believe the finish. But for this price point, if this is your price point, this is an excellent product to start, kind of your starting product, right? Your entry-level builder. Again, for the location, for the space, 4 bedrooms, 2 bath, over 1,600 square feet. This home is priced right around $390,000. Here's another benefit of this builder. Man, I need to go outside. I don't have any power and I'm sweating. So here's another benefit to the, feels much better. Here's another benefit to this builder is that you will have guaranteed closing cost cover. So if you're a first-time home buyer, that is excellent news. You also will have a guaranteed lower rate. And it varies, right? So don't hold me to it. It could be $599, it could be $499. Right now, this particular builder has a promotion for a fixed rate of 3.99%. Incredible. So if you want to find out about this, you know what to do. Shoot me a text, schedule a Zoom, or give me a phone call and we can help you through this process, through the entire process. We're giving you exclusive access that nobody else has, and that is what we do here. And we have helped over 50 families in the last year, and we can do the same for you. Whether you live here in Texas or you're coming from out of town, we can help you do it. Now, where exactly are we located? We are in Maynard, Texas, 15 miles from downtown Austin, the closest suburb to downtown Austin. In this particular community, what I'm liking about it is that you're on the, let me think about this. You're on the, I had to really think about that one. Just kidding, I was looking at a map to make sure that I was oriented because it's so new. So basically you're just south of 290 and west of 130. You're on that corner, that top corner there. So why is this good news? Because if you live in Maynard, typically you have to deal with the traffic of 290, getting out of 290, getting out of Maynard. Well, guess what? In this neighborhood, you don't have to deal with that. So that means that you have easier access to 290. That means that you have easier access to 130, which means that you have easier access to the airport, to Tesla, and to downtown Austin. So an amazing opportunity with prices under $400,000. Incredible, and I'm bringing you an exclusive access as always. So if you have any questions about this community, you want to move out here, or you want to know more, you know what to do. Reach out to the number, the email, or schedule a Zoom call, and we can help you through the process, just like we've helped over 50 families in the last year move from out of town, or if they live here already in Texas, we help them through the process, the entire process. We can do the same for you. Now, up next, let's talk about the HOA and the tax rate for this particular neighborhood. Also, for that last neighborhood that I'm gonna show you, I did not share the tax rate in the HOA, but I'm gonna put it on the screen for you guys because I didn't have it at the time. But for this one, let's share with you the tax rate and the HOA next. It is hot today in Texas, so we're gonna do this very quickly because I know you wanna see those 2 homes and that other community. Beautiful houses, so stay tuned for that. But as far as the HOA, there's no power here, no AC right now, so that is why I'm sweating so much. HOA and tax rate in this community, prices under $400,000. This home, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,700 square feet, give or take. $392,000, amazing price, super close to downtown. Tax rate here is a 2.1 plus the PID. The PID can be either $167 or $174, depending if you have a 45-foot wide lot or a 50-foot wide lot. So the wider your lot is, then your PID comes up a little bit. Then the HOA is $200 a quarter. So $200 divided by 3, that's your monthly HOA fee, and it will have an amenity center. And like I mentioned before in the previous video, I'm gonna give you, on the screen, I'm gonna give you the HOA and the tax rate for that next community, which it also has a PID. But yeah, amazing opportunity. I know you're waiting to see those other homes. Stay tuned for that last one because you will not wanna miss that. I need to get in my car and cool off. Let's go. Made it back, and here we are on our second stop. And remember, stay tuned for that beauty. You will not believe the space and the yeah. I'm not gonna give it away, but here we go. Second stop, let's go. All right, man, I'm already liking this. This is actually, whoa. So I prefer one-story homes personally, ranch style, but nothing against 2 stories, because obviously you can pack more home. But look at this, guys. I'll shut up and let you take it in. Okay, man, look at these finishes. The space, I really, really like the space. Super spacious living room over there. Nice, spacious dining room here as well. And the kitchen, of course. So perfect for entertaining, or if you need to keep an eye on the kids while they're eating. I mean, just awesome, awesome space. Let's check out the pantry here. Nice. A little bit on the smaller side, but not too bad, not too bad. And I will give you the beds to bath here in a second and the square footage. But, oh man, this is cool. What if it all works out? That brings me to a very good point. What if it all works out? Let's say that you're moving from out of town, which we have helped many families do that in the past year, over 50 families. And what if it all works out? We've had countless examples of families, especially moms, and I get it. You know, they get concerned about their kids, their smaller kids. Let's say they're in middle school, elementary. They don't know if they're gonna adjust. Are they gonna make friends? Are they not gonna make friends? But we have countless examples of families just like that, that they were concerned about the kids not adjusting to their new school, not making friends. And guess what? Every time that we follow up with them to check in on their kids, or check in on them, of course, and they say, oh, they're fine. Like a month later, oh, they're fine. They made a ton of friends in the community. They made a ton of friends at school. Like nothing happened. So the point that I'm trying to make is that a lot of the times we're very concerned about our kids, but they typically adjust way faster than we do. Honestly, the ones that have a harder time are adults, especially if they're not ready to make a move. Let's say it was a job change that was very sudden. They're the ones that have the hard time. But the kids, especially if they're younger, forget about it. They have the easiest time possible. And then also, what if it all works out? Let's say, I'll give you another example. I had a young couple that they were paying rent. Their rent in California was $4,500. $4,500 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. So it wasn't that bad. First of all, it was an apartment. The HOA, I can't remember what the HOA was. And that was included in their mortgage, but it wasn't theirs. It wasn't their space. It wasn't their home. They couldn't do anything to the house. They couldn't paint it a certain color. They couldn't put this on the wall. They had to be careful because it wasn't their house. Well, fast forward, they decided to make the move to Austin, Texas, about 35 minutes from downtown Austin. In their mortgage, are you listening to this? Their mortgage is going to be $3,200. For their own house, 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, about 2,600 square feet, with a game room and a loft. But it's their house. It's their own house. They can do whatever they want to the house. And now they're not living in an apartment paying almost double, well, over $1,000 more of what they were paying for rent. So back to this post over here. What if it all works out? What if you're able to find what you're looking for and live more comfortable than you are in the place that you're currently at? Let's say that you live in a cold place like Chicago or the Northwest, and you're tired of the cold. You're tired of the gray skies. What if it all works out in this sunny place that we call Austin, Texas? TED Talk over. Let's get back to the tour. As we continue, we have an office here, really nice space. I like it. You know what? I'm seeing this more and more. I like it when they put the office closer to the kitchen, right? I don't know why. So if you work from home, obviously there's not gonna be anybody home. Well, you would think, you know, the kids are at school, but I like the access to the kitchen, maybe because I like to eat. Maybe that's why. Office, access to the kitchen. Okay, here we go. Then you will not believe the size of this house, actually. It feels a lot bigger than what it is. Laundry room. And now let's check out the master. And here we are with our second test of the day. And yes, man, this is spacious. Let me show you this side. Over here. This definitely passes the wifey test. Oh yeah. All right, did I show you the shower? Let's go on to the other bedrooms. So, should I share the size? I'll share the size. Obviously you can count and you know how many bedrooms and how many bathrooms, but I want you to wait for the square footage. So first bedroom. All right, man, really nice background, right? How would you like to have that for a kitchen? So why Maynard, Texas? Why am I bringing you this video? Why have I made several videos about this particular suburb? Number one, it is the closest suburb to downtown Austin, 15 miles away, which can vary depending where you live in Maynard, but it could be as quick as 20 to 25 minutes, or maybe 35, 40 minutes, depending on the traffic and depending where you live. But the fact that you're only 15 miles away is very, very attractive. It still feels small, and for the longest time has been very small. But now, obviously since the pandemic, and since we found out that H-E-B, TJ Maxx, Home Depot, Chick-fil-A are coming to the area, the town seems to be exploding. So it could be a great opportunity for you first-time home buyers. Why am I picking on you? Obviously on this video, I'm showing you different price points, right? You know, we're starting in the $300,000 range and then we're going up into the $500,000 range, as you're gonna see, depending on where I put this on the video, this little talk that I'm having with you guys. But that will be the price range, right? And for first-time home buyers, you can find options as low as $310,000, $320,000 here in Maynard, Texas, and you still have access to those amenities. What else is there in Maynard besides being that close to downtown Austin and those shops? You also have parks like the East Metropolitan Park. Maynard also approved, and I don't know if it's completed or not, I apologize, but a biking trail that actually connects to the Walnut Creek Greenbelt, and it can actually take you all the way downtown once it's completed, of course. So that's also an amazing perk to have. You're super close to Tesla. So if you work for Tesla, Tesla employees will help a couple of you. you're gonna be super close to the Manor area, especially here. Here's another thing about this community that I told you that I was gonna share with you, is that you're kinda away from the congestion and the traffic that will form on 290. So one of the things that I mentioned in previous videos about Manor, that if you've seen those, is that congestion and traffic tends to form around the 290 area, all the way from 130 to maybe midway through Manor, especially during rush hour. So between 7 to 9 a.m. and then in the afternoon between, 4 to 6 p.m. And I think it's because of the explosion of growth. That is really the only main way in and out. But in this community, in the first community that I show you, especially that first community that I show you, you won't even have to deal with that. That access that community has, guys, I don't think you get it. And I know I show it to you on the map. The access is incredible. Not much around, but having that access to 290, having that access to 130, and you don't have to deal with the traffic. On this one, you are a little bit more west of Manor and south, so you may be able to avoid that traffic as well. So that's another reason to consider this particular community and consider Manor. As far as the school district, I would recommend going on to niche.com and finding out the school rankings in particular. But as far as this being an option for somebody that needs to go to the airport regularly, or somebody that works at Tesla, or somebody that's looking for a lower price point in this type of quality, especially the second builder that I'm bringing to you, you can find it for a much lower price, and then having that accessibility to downtown Austin. Now, Manor is only gonna continue to grow. Manor is only gonna continue to go in price, again, because it is the closest suburb to downtown Austin, 15 miles away. So I can definitely see prices continue and to think about, and I know I'm digressing, but to think about Manor having these prices is just unreal. And we've helped different families with different price points, as low, like I was mentioning before, as low as in the low 300,000s, and then as high as in the 400,000 or so. But the fact that you now have somebody like Tri Pointe building homes here in this location, super, super attractive. And I think Manor is only the beginning. And another thing, last thing that I'll mention on this clip, is that finally they're getting a gym as well. So two main complaints that you would get from people moving to Manor. It doesn't have a major grocery store. I mean, it had Walmart, but a lot of people didn't like Walmart. Now it has HEB, and now also it has a gym, a major gym chain, which is Planet Fitness, is coming to the area. So if you like to work out or you just want to have access to it, you will have that here in Manor, and that goes to show you how much investment and development is coming to the area. All right, so I'm giving you another angle of this beautiful kitchen. There's the fan. Okay, so as far as the price for this beautiful home, I'm a sucker for one-story homes. As far as the price goes, this particular home, again, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, plus an office, standard cover patio, and about 1,700 square feet, almost 1,800 square feet. You're looking at right around $420,000 or in the 420s. So amazing price in my opinion. And then up next, which you have been waiting for, thank you for being patient, I'm gonna show you this beauty, which I think you have seen before. It's the sister floor plan to another floor plan in another community, but you will not believe how spacious it is. And to have this product in Manor, unreal. Let's go there next. Okay, so here we are finally. You guys are gonna remember, it's very similar to a floor plan in Liberty Hill that I've shown you before. You guys really liked that video, like I mentioned before. So here we go, one of my favorite builders around the area. Check out this beauty. Now, if you'll notice, very, very similar to that house. And look at this, check this out. Beautiful entrance, tall ceilings. Super spacious living room, kitchen, and of course the dining room. Let me show you the pantry real quick before we go to the master. But this is what you've been waiting for, excuse me. This type of finish here is unreal. Being this close, again, to downtown Austin is just amazing. So. Nice views. Here's the master. Look at that master shower. Look at that walk-in shower. Beautiful. Tons of space right here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but from the sink to the shower, lots of space. Let's see what's behind this. Oh wow, this is a walk-in linen closet. So honestly, this is like a mini wifey closet over here. Wifey test, it passes the wifey test. Look at this. I actually have never seen this, like a walk-in linen closet. Interesting, that's cool. And I'm assuming here's the water room, yep. Okay, and then the last test of the day. Is it gonna pass, is it not gonna pass? I think this definitely passes the wifey test. All right, and as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of when they connect the laundry room here, right, to your master closet. So it's just a really nice feature, really convenient to have. So let me turn around and keep going on this downstairs. That would be your garage, 2-car garage, and then you're walking into your mudroom, and that would be a coat closet. And then we have this office space. Really nice. They did a really good job of decorating this with a, let's see if it's a walk-in closet. Nope. Regular linen closet, which is nice. But what do you guys think? Leave me a comment on I thought this is really cool. The walls with the trim and the color, really classic. And then we have a full bedroom and a full bath inside the bedroom. So an ensuite bathroom inside this bedroom downstairs. So again, for guests, for family members, perfect setup. With a closet, and I think that is it for the down. Oh, and I forgot to show you the half bath. So you also have a half bath here. And then we're gonna go upstairs, but just take in this view before we go up there. Look at this, so nice. We have made it upstairs, and again, you may recognize this from that other community in Liberty Hill. Again, same builder, Tri Pointe Homes. We actually have 3 families up in that community in Liberty Hill called Lariat. A lot of you actually ask a lot of questions about this community, but again, you may recognize this floor plan because at that other model, you have a bookshelf on that wall. So, but again, super spacious. And I don't think I've told you the size yet, but 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, over 3,000 square feet, plus a loft and a game room, or I think you fellas know what I'm getting at with this. Check this out. Check this out. You know what that means. You know what that means. Oh. This definitely passes the man cave test. Look at this space. And also this couch. Oh. This is nice. Okay, I did that on camera, but Imagine being in this space, right? Hanging out with the fellas, having a beer, maybe some whiskey. I don't drink, but you know, my buddies do. And watching the game, watching any sporting event. Also for the family, for the kids, if they want to play video games, if they want to have a movie night. This space is amazing, but it would definitely be a perfect space for you fellas out there for the man cave. Pretty nice, huh? Okay, let's go see the rest of the upstairs. And we have, again, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, 3,100 square feet. Look at this view down there. Let me show you this real quick. Nice. Okay, so 2 more bedrooms up here with a full bath. Let me show you the bedroom first. Oh wow, this is nice. Super spacious. And oh man, that is a giant walk-in closet. I wish I had a test for secondary, but this is one of the biggest walk-in closets that I've seen for a secondary bedroom for sure. Wow. And then we have a full bath. Pretty nice. It seems like green is the theme in this house, as you can see, which I love green. And the toilet's right behind the door there. You have a linen closet here. And then we have probably my favorite room in this entire house once I saw it, because it has to do with camping, the outdoors, which I love. I actually just got back from Oregon. Apparently I can say it now. Oregon. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I got back from Oregon. I don't know why I have a hard time saying it, but you know, beautiful time with me and my fiance. And yeah, this room would be perfect if I had a kid. You know, I definitely have a theme like this, or when I was a kid, I would definitely love a room like this. So if any of you out there in Oregon are watching and you're thinking about moving to this area, you know that we can help you. You just have to reach out to the number, the email, or schedule that Zoom so that we can help you through the process of moving out here, just like we've helped over 52 families in the last year alone. And if you live here in Texas, you know that I say it all the time. Do not be shy. I know you're watching, especially if you're a first-time home buyer. The process can be very, very intimidating, and you need somebody to guide you through the process. Be your guide, your helper, your friend through this entire process, and we can help you do that. And we can help you find the best deals with the lowest rates possible, especially with new homes. So don't be shy and do that. Up next, let me show you the backyard. Okay, let's make our way to the back and check out this back patio. Wow. Now, this is important to point out here. Let me shut this door here. Now, your patio, the door doesn't want to close. There you go. So let me back up over here and show you. So, very important to keep in mind, if you were buying a house, your patio would end, let me see if I can find it on the camera, right there. This is just extended for the model to make it look nice, which is okay. It just gives you an idea of what's possible. But you know guys, that I like to give you all the correct information and try to limit surprises as much as you can. And so this wouldn't be included, okay? So anyways, but really nice size back patio. Look, so you have space for this furniture here, even a table or a grill, obviously with your TV. Now the size of the lots in this community, which I told you I was gonna share with you. So when we're talking about the size of the lots, you're either gonna have the option of a 45-foot lot or a 50-foot lot. So really, really nice. So for example, this one's sitting on actually a little bit wider than that. So your backyard, more or less, this is actually an extended and bigger backyard, but I would say maybe half of this. So your backyard would probably end right about here, I would say. I would estimate. So right about here. So you can see how much they've extended this one. So keep that in mind, right? But again, the location being this close to downtown everything that's coming to this particular suburb or that's already been built with the Chick-fil-A, like I mentioned before, the H-E-B, more and more, and being that close to the airport, being that close to Tesla, it's just a great opportunity, especially that first option that I showed you before with those crazy low prices. Oh, before I forget, let's go back inside and share the price of this house. Let's go. Okay, so as far as the price for this house, again, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, 3,100 square feet, almost 3,200 square feet, sitting on a 50-foot wide lot, 15 miles from downtown Austin, which it can either take you 25 minutes if you take the toll roads or about 30 minutes if you don't, depending on the time of the day. But 15 miles from downtown Austin, you're looking at a price of $546,000 as we speak. And I bet that we could potentially get that decrease if we talk about it, if we negotiate, and that's something that we can help you with. But remember, you have to reach out to the number, the email, or schedule that Zoom. Until next time, adios.